important when you're practicing neck tricks that you go light and you're highly compliant, because the injuries are kind of permanent sometimes, and they're not permanent. No one wants to be on top of it, so go easy on your partner. First thing we're going to demonstrate is single leg shoot. So Carl's just going to come in and take me down. And another way you can shoot is called double leg shoot. So if you're going to do double leg shoot, so one of the aspects of weights guru that deals with shoots, I guess I should talk about proper shooting first. One thing Carl doesn't want to do when he comes in and gets my leg here is bend over, because he's going to get Mr. Knee. So what he actually tries to do when he takes my leg is do an elevation change. Usually he hits with a shot upstairs first. Go ahead. And he just drops straight. From there, he's got my knee, he's got control of it, he just has to drive his shoulder into me. Yeah. And the double leg shoot works the same. He can't bend in head first because he's going to get hit. So he has to do an elevation change. Do the elevation change. Comes in, he grabs both legs, drives his shoulder, and gets down in position. Because Weight-Girou's telephone booth fighting, some people claim, it's definitely a stand-up grappling system. We can expect people to try to take us to the ground. So there's a few things in our arsenal to deal with the shoot. Dealing with proper shoots and improper shoots. So let's focus. You may recognize this movement as this out of Sesam Kata. All comes in to do a single or double leg shoot. Okay. Is the opening of Kata, where we just drive both hands forward into the collarbone, and that checks his progress. Now it seems to me in Kata after that, we squeeze our hands into hurricanes and actually have a grip under his jaw. Now what I do is just slide back and turn the head. You can look through the viewfinder and tell me how this films. Okay. Just bend here at the waist like you were going. Is that in frame?
Yeah, your head's just a little bit above. If you guys could back up like a...
Over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's happening is Carl's coming down from my leg and I'm driving fingers in the soft fleshy part of his neck. And then I'm forming hurricanes. Is that showing?
Yeah.
What I end up doing is grabbing his mandible, and it doesn't like moving forward. I rotate it, and that blocks his neck. Then all I have to do is take a step back and take him. Variations on a central theme is this. Happens quite a bit in Weight-Giroux, and this becomes available quite often too. And all I've done to take position on Carl is turn his head. Now we don't necessarily have to grab under the mandible here. It's nice because the pressure points all over the place there that you can access it. Cause a lot of cooperation on his part. But a lot of times in Weight-Giroux, we can utilize techniques for more than one purpose. Carl's in my face in the bar and he's giving me a little grief. And I can just use that opening move out of Shokens. And what happens is when I do the opening thrust into his hips, he drives his hips back, giving me his head. One up, one down. Very similar to the Waluki. Except one's on his chin, one's on the back of his head, just rotate them. Slow motion, what's happening with this young man, I'll do it the other way. At the back of his head, I've got his chin. I'll pull him to what we call the forward boy. He's off his base, so he's pretty well, has to be cooperative. I can't do this technique on him here very again, we have double mandible drill. Right here. Just go down. Just down. So from that kind of position, just film, Mike?
Yep.
From that kind of position, we can actually drive into his mouth and really cause some pain. We can also make a shoken into the side of his face. Can you point the camera down? Just wind your back. I owe you a beer. Maybe a couple.
Lips.
Yeah. Can you pan it onto his face?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Where's your tight wide on this?
Top. WT.
Oh, there it is. There you go.
So a lot of these manipulations of the pressure points on his body, we access. I guess I should point a few of them out. We have one up behind the ear. We have one behind the jaw hinge. There's a nerve there that's really nasty. And we have several up here, and there's a gland up there. And he's tapping when they hurt. Well, the famous shoken and weichi that everybody likes to hit with, if we form it slightly different, I'm going to do this twice. I won't do it hard. And instead of making it outside his body and striking him with it, I'm going to make the shoken inside his body and activate several pressure points at once. During the course of the fight, I'm going to take my thumb and drive it along this upper jawline, along the gums. He cannot bite me, but it's very painful. Okay? You can hear it just like that. The index finger goes behind the back of the jawbone, and the rest of the fingers go underneath. And you activate pressure point, pressure point, pressure point all at the same time. In a serious fighting situation, I would actually go in with both hands. The police would arrest me for it, apparently. I would go in with both hands, activate the pressure points, and then I would separate my wrists. And the effect that has is it pulls the jawbone forward and it breaks it like a wishbone above here. The jaw's designed to take some impacts, but it's not designed for lateral movement. So shokens can be used for more than just digging in, people are hitting. The other way we can use the Weichi-Ryu shoken is in the suprasternal notch. And what we do is we stick it into this soft fleshy part behind the collarbone and use that to wedge the shoken down in. So we're actually pulling it into his chest cavity by leverage over the back of the breast. Very good. Give it a second. Yeah. You got two coming. Thank you.